Even the coast has a chance of seeing 90 degrees.
No.
It does.
Really?
As we go into, not kidding, as we go into Friday and maybe Saturday. We haven't had a lot of hot weather at the coast. Beautiful sunset, by the way, at the beach. While we've had a lot of hot weather in the valleys, we haven't had a lot of offshore wind. That's what pushes temperatures at the beach into the 80s or 90s as we go into the summer. Hasn't really happened yet, but it's going to happen Friday and Saturday. In the meantime, with this clear sky, Jim and Karen Young went out with their cameras again to see if they could find the green flash, and they did. This is from Seaside, and this is a whole sequence in chronological order. I don't know, it looks to me like Jim might have caught the blue flash, which is even more rare than the green flash. I'll try to get confirmation from Jim and Karen on that, but still cool to see the green flash anywhere. The Oregon coast, great spot for it. 93 in Portland today, 94 in Troutdale, 92 McMinnville. The coast in the 70s, but again, we're going to see some hot weather there Friday and into Saturday. And in fact, there's now a fire weather watch from Friday morning until Saturday evening for all of Western Oregon here, including the Coast Range, including the beaches, because of the strong east winds that will be developing. Still have a fire weather warning until tomorrow night at 10 o'clock for areas over and east of the Cascades, but you're likely going to have a continuation of this as we go into the weekend too. And this is the reason why. This is our wind gust map. Now, I'm stopping it here at 9 o'clock on Thursday night. Not a lot going on. Some gusts offshore, as you would imagine. It's usually windy offshore. And a few areas of some wind gusts, some 10 to 20 miles an hour in the valley. Not a big deal, right? But watch all the color that pops up as we go into Friday night. This is a strong east wind event that goes clear across the area of the region. It's not just confined to the gorge. It will be cross Cascade, cross the valley and over the Coast Range and clear out to the beaches. And the winds may be reaching 30, 40 mile an hour gusts here and probably higher in the gorge itself. So this is always a big fire weather concern. Now that said, this is not September 2020. That was a historic east wind event that lasted a long time and was a lot stronger than what we're going to get here. You can see by Saturday morning already the wind field is weakening and shrinking. Still some strong gusts in the gorge, and then by later Saturday night and Sunday it's pretty much gone. So it should be a fairly short duration event. In the meantime, smoke from that Cedar Creek fire, the major player in our smoke model here, also the fires in northeast Oregon, you can see those, but it gets pushed on down to the south as we go through Wednesday and Thursday and we get the cooler onshore flow, courtesy of that weather system right there, which is just a weak system. That'll come in and, as I said, increase the onshore flows that mainly heads on up into BC. We're going to head down to Mexico right now. This is K, which is a pretty strong and a really vast hurricane. It's a large system here. It's a Category 1 right now with winds of about 80 to 90 miles an hour. But look at the track. Going right up the west coast of Baja as a Category 1 or 2, and actually might even make a little bit of, might be even closer to the coast than this, then still a tropical storm as it reaches the latitude of San Diego, which should get some much needed rain from this system in Southern California before it weakens in the cooler water there. For us, maybe some drizzle at the coast, but really no rain in our forecast at all. Here's that east wind pattern. We haven't seen this really all summer, but we are seeing it now, first one of the season. And these east wind events before the fall rains arrive, those are the ones that we always get concerned about because things are so dry, and this is a hot, dry wind that'll blow for about 24 hours or so across western Washington and western Oregon, and then it will begin to weaken. Now the overall pattern, if we're looking for rain, cooler the next couple days. There's the east wind Friday night and Saturday, but after that, rain is still unlikely. We'll see a few weak systems approach it, maybe a week from Sunday before we actually have a chance of getting some decent rainfall here. 75 right now, freezing level has fallen back down just below 16,000 feet. Okay, sunny but cooler tomorrow. High of 82, not 92, and only 80 rather on Thursday, mainly sunny there. Then we bounce up to 90 on Friday. There's the 95 on Saturday, not a record but close, and back to the upper 80s on Sunday, and we are back after this.